Hi everyone, time for a video that is purely a product review. Nothing more, nothing less. I've got the powdered pigment from Just For You online. You'll have seen me using that one certainly before, maybe that one. Have I ended up with two of those? Oh, that's good because I like that one. So I just wanted to show you the rest of the set that I've got so far because look at that. Ooh, some beautiful colours. Right, we're just going to work our way through these. Just going to get some gloves on and let's go for it. What I think I'll do, I've recently been getting a lot of help with supplies from Just For You online. Let's Resin have been in touch as well, and they're going to be sending me stuff to test out soon too. So I'm going to start doing a bit more of the product review type thing, just to show you what's being sent to me and what I genuinely think of them. Now, as I promised, to particularly to Just For You online, they said to me, if you think it's rubbish, you must say so. And I said, of course I will. That has not happened yet. The only minor criticism I have made is that some of their jars, let's show you. Oh, that one's not too bad. I'm just going to have a look. I'm trying to find one of the jars. This is one. I've just said, I can't read that without my glasses on. Can you make the writing a bit bigger, please? And they said, yeah, we'll look at that. So that's the only criticism I've had so far. The products are lovely. But yes, if there's anything that I have an issue with or I don't think is quite so good, I will be feeding back to them and letting them know, because they have specifically asked me to. And of course I would. And I will let you know what I think. And if there's anything that they're going to be developing further on the back of any feedback that you or I or anybody else gives them, I'll let you know if there's anything said. So this is their high gloss resin. It's lovely. Now that's after me stirring it too fast, like I always do. As you can see, not much in the way of bubbles in there, and I've only just finished stirring it. But yeah, I want to work my way through all of these because I think this is I think I've got most of their colour range of these. Not sure about these. That's more of a chameleon-y one. I don't know if there are any others in that range. But anyway, yeah. This is my plan, as they're sending me this stuff to test and to show you and to use, and I shall do so, obviously. But I'll do a proper, you know, with my limited skills, I'll do you a proper review video on each. Now I may end up with way too much mixed up. I wanted to mix up a nice big dollop of the resin, just so that I don't run out part way through. The resin is just their regular 1-to-1. Now this is you've seen this before in a few of my videos. As I say, for the sake of completeness, I'll include it in this video. This is called Red Satin. Look at that. I have to say, this is one of my favourites. It's a really sort of coppery red, and yes, it looks like satin. It's gorgeous. These moulds, by the way, they're only cheap jewellery moulds. I bought a big set of them. I have linked them on previous videos. I'll dig the link out and share again. Now, I'm just going to put the colours in here so that you can see them. So I'm not doing anything fancy with any of these. I just want you to see what they do, how they behave, what the colours come out like when you mix them up. That sort of thing. Now, of course, these won't go to waste, even though I've not done anything fancy with them. And the reason for that is that I end up then with a big tub of blanks. I call them bits. I've got a drawer marked bits, in fact. And whenever I need little pieces to test things on, such as I don't know, you know, wheel transfers or stickers or foils or whatever work on a particular thing. I've got some blanks to try them on. That was Red Satin Pigment. So these are powder pigments. How that varies from a mica powder, I'm not entirely sure. I'm guessing that perhaps they are more pigmented than a mica powder. I don't know. Just For You online, if you're watching, could you wade in here and explain what is the difference between a mica powder and a pigment powder? I would very much like to know. So this one is called, if I remember rightly, this is Chili Red. And this is more of it's fabulously red in the pot. Reds are notoriously difficult to get proper true reds. but this one does come out very, very close. This is a nice, it has a slight shimmer to it, which in the pot you'd never imagine it would. But this is pretty much a nice fiery red. It's got a very slight pink sheen to it. It's rather nice. Must try it in my dragon moulds, in fact. I've got one that looks like a Welsh flag dragon. Really must try it in that. That one's crying out to be in a dragon mould as well, isn't it, really? Right. Hot Chili Red Pigment. There you are. That's what that one's called. Right, now these are the ones that I've not tried before. This looks like a really nice green. What's it called? Teal Sparkle. So this is always interesting because they don't always look like, in the pot, what they're going to come out like. That's a sparkle, is it? If you say so. Let's see. Ooh. Oh, look at that. The other thing I like, a lot of their stuff, instead of having those annoying foil lids that are hard to get off, they have these. And I find those really good. Oh no, we're not doing the flakes. We do another one on flakes sometime. So this one is called Champagne. Unusual. I'm used to brighter colours. Let's see what this looks like. Well, it just looks like a nice creamy colour. Let's try it. Oh, I say that's subtle. Isn't that nice? That is the palest, most subtle, pearlescent cream, like a dark cream. Champagne, yeah, I suppose that's a decent name for it. Isn't that nice? Oh, I'm going to have to do something with that. That's beautiful. Oh, I say. Sorry, getting a bit excited here again. I'll behave. Right, what's this one then? Shell. Just looks like another pale cream. Bit paler than that one. And that is indeed what it is. But that has got a bit of a... It's got almost a bit of a golden colour flip in it. Interesting. Yes, it has. It's got a bit of a weird gold shimmer over it. Yeah, I'm going to run out of these bigger ones in a minute, aren't I? Do 2 small ones. Yeah, that's got like an iridescence to the surface rather than the shimmer. It's got kind of an iridescence. Can you see where I'm going with that? I like. Right. I'll do a couple of the small ones with this as well. Yeah, that's definitely got an iridescence to it. Whereas the others have just got that sort of pearl shimmer effect going on. You know what I mean? It's got a bit of that sort of interference effect about it. I'm trying to put about the same amount of powder in each, so we can get a bit of a feel for the strength of the colour. What's this one called? This is a strange colour. What's this called? Amethyst. It just looks like... Yeah, it does look purpley, but it's... This might be... Oh, now I've got the lid off. Yeah, I can see it's purpley. Yeah, okay. It's certainly a subtle colour, but let's see what it does once we get it in some resin. I'm trying to get about the same amount, as I said. Oh, I see. So this pearls down nicely as well, and it's subtle. It's not extremely purple. It's another one of these very subtle ones, and I almost feel like I want to put a tiny bit more in. Let's see. There we are. It is more purple once it's in the pot. Look, Can you see? I don't know if you're picking this up. My eyes can see it is. It might be it looks less purple because I'm over a purple mat as well, of course. Let's go in this one. Don't know if there's enough to fill it, but let's see. Yeah, that's nice. It's kind of tasteful, subtle, and it, yes, it definitely looks more purple than it does in the pot, and it's got that lovely pearlescence to it, like the champagne and the red satin. Look at that. That is. Now I will confess, I have used this once, and it's, oh look. That is gorgeous, and that has got that sort of interference colour flippy thing going on. I'm going to put a little bit more in because I think that does need a bit more. It says it's a pigment powder as opposed to a mica powder, and this is where I don't understand. To me, pigment is something that's specifically to colour resin, whereas mica powder is a powder that you can use for all sorts of things, just happens to work for colouring resin as well. I don't know, are they the same thing or aren't they? I really don't know. But I've got, oh, look, oh, isn't that stunning? I have got some resin left, so I'm going to try brushing a couple of these, I think, onto the mould and seeing what happens. See if they do work just the same as mica powder would. Is this just a name thing, or are they actually different? I don't know. Now you'll notice I haven't actually asked and found out before making this video. I'd like to say that's deliberate, and yes, I thought it through and there's a good reason. There isn't. I just got a bit excited and want to just dive in and use the stuff. So, oh grief. I'm a combination of all four learning styles for anybody who knows about these things, and I think I just had an attack of being an activist, particularly. Yeah, so, where was I? Just for you online. Please, 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 if you're watching, will you hop in and put in the comments for me a bit of an explanation as to, is it the same? Is it different to mica powder? What's going on with it? And why do you do some of yours as a powder and some as a paste? I love both. And I know that the thing with the powder is you can put in as much as you like. A paste, because it's more of a liquid, you can't, because you can only go up to about 10%. It does say so on the lid of the jar, and that is because it will inhibit the curing. So I know there are differences between paste and pigment, but why do you do some as a pigment paste and why do you do some as a powder? Why would you do that? Why not do them all as one or the other? Talk to me, just for you online. Give it time, folks. They are immensely helpful people. They will be jumping into my comments and replying. I knew it, I know it. Can you see where I'm going here? I just wanted to see what the difference was there. You know, if you paint it on versus pouring it in the back. And I'm going to do the same, just because I haven't tried it yet, with that red satin. And I haven't, oh, isn't it lovely? I do like that red satin. But I'd like to see how different that looks too, having mixed it in like this. Because to me that's behaved just like a beautiful mica powder. So yeah, what's the difference? What's the difference? What's the difference? I want to know these things. There we are. Now obviously I've got to back those with something. Shall I back them with clear? Or shall I add a bit of black? Inclination is do what we normally do with backing things that we brush powder into, and that is go for black. Now I've got some of their black pigment here as well, which I've already managed to get the jar dirty. I'll take the lid off properly this time, maybe that would help. It's now all over my hands, look. This is the problem. No wonder my stuff gets all dirty. It's better when I've got some Wonder Wipes. I'm at the moment using kitchen roll, which I am spritzing with alcohol. But you can see how strong a pigment that is. It's not really wanting to come off my gloves. Anyway, there we are. Let's clean my stick up. I'm going to have a lovely big clean up job after this, aren't I? Tiny dot of the black pigment. You don't need much. I love that there's a couple of brands now that do the black pigment in extra big tubs. Just For You Online do, and Vista do. That bottle of Vista colour I've been using for a while. That's in an extra large bottle. Is that going to be enough? Let's add a bit more. Because as resin types, we do tend to use a lot of black because it's good for backing things. I've still got some resin left. Oh, should we go on to do the sparkle ones? That I will split that off into a separate video though. Clearly I'm going to need a bit more of this black for this one, aren't I? Let's just get that done. And I'll have a quick chat with you before I split this video into part 1 and part 2, because I want to try all those flakes. Where did I just put the black? It's a big tub, how can I mislay it? Ah, there it is. Yeah, so as I said, I'm going to split off now and do the ones trying all those sparkle flakes, the ignition glitters, all that lot. I have done some of that range before, but I've now got more of them, of ones that are like flakes and glitters and all that sort of thing. So all your chameleon-y stuff and what have you. So in terms of this video, yeah, I'll see you for the demold of these, and we'll have a look and maybe, you know, throw some verdicts out there on these lovely colours. In the meantime, I'm going to try to very carefully push them to one side, because these are, as it's their regular resin, I've dropped something in that, haven't I? As it's their regular resin, it is going to take like 24 hours to cure. Okay, demold time. Just you walk past and burp. Right, demold time. Let's have a look at how these have all performed. So these are the ones that I know, well, we know from my previous videos what they're going to look like, but I've not used it just in a flat shape with no kind of nothing going on before. Still beautiful. Look at the shimmer in that. Lovely. So that was the red satin. This was the red chili one, which I knew was going to be a lovely bright red, and then the light catches it and you get like a pink sheen. I don't know if you're picking up the pink sheen there, but yeah, I knew those would be nice. Now let's do these little guys. These are the ones that looked a little bit colour flippy. Yeah, there's a little bit of gold in there, like a cream with a hint of gold. What I might do, it's dark here at the moment, but what I might do is take all these outside into daylight tomorrow. I think we're meant to have some sun. So maybe we can have a closer look at that. I'm going to leave that till last. This was the champagne it was called, wasn't it? I can't remember what that one was called. This one was called champagne. Isn't that subtle? That's lovely. Now these are fairly boring shapes. So, you know, it's possibly not doing them their full justice, but they clearly are beautiful. It's green, look at that. Oh, that's nice. I'm liking the sparkle in these. If you remember, these didn't look that sparkly in the tub at all, did they? And this was the Amethyst. Yeah, that's making more sense now. Once it's see-through and it's in resin, to see it's a little bit see-through. I didn't put too much pigment in. It has got a lovely purple shimmer to it. Nice. And now let's do these. These were the green, blue, chameleon. Oh my goodness. Yeah. I am going to have to do some stuff with that. That's incredible. I need to go on their website and see what else they do in that type. Oh, that's just fabulous on its own. Imagine that painted into the inside of one of my dragon molds or something. Whoa. Right, that was an exciting moment. Let's move over to these ones. But Yes, they're all beautiful. This is the real shocker. I hope my camera is picking up what I'm seeing with my eyes there. That is amazing. Right, that's that lot tested. On to video 2, where I will be doing the ignition glitters set. And some of the glitter range as well. So I will be back for that one. See you for the next video, folks.